Good evening, and welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston Man, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Livingston, roll that beautiful bean footage.
We all gonna die. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. It's a we all gonna die Wednesday.
And just like that, we all gonna die Wednesday. Rural 2 IC, the Prepping Mantis, Detective Malone, Rob B, Colleen Rich, Juby Joe, Miko Wolf, Rescue in the house, The Watchman's in the house, East Tennessee Preparedness, what's happening, Jim? Live, Laugh, Love, Maggie, good to see you. Tony Gott's in the house, Betty Lou, not today. Not today. Roddy Hood, Eric M1RV, TDDR, Old Mutts Kids. Hashtag Old Mutts Kids. Gen X Gemini, good to see you. Smoking Swamp, what's up? William K's in the house. Loving Life, what's good, family? Seawolf, good to see you. Gray Man, appreciate the 5x5. Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome back, Livingston Man. What's good? What's good? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Back again. We survived. Well, so far, through another We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Spooky B, thank you for stopping in. Gnostic Nomad, good to see you.
Wicked freeze frame there. Believe me, I seen it.
Oh,
yeah.
did you?
We moved too fast.
It's
Frozen the
well,
best place.
Livingston Man was under the hood
Government
of the
screenshot.
stream tonight, and he's got some tricks up his sleeve, typical Livingston Man fashion. Katrinka, good to see you.
I try to make this entertaining as well for you guys, as well as educational and informative.
That's right. If you are attending Vision Preparedness's Bug Out Weekend, you should already be packed and be ready to get on the road first thing tomorrow morning if you're traveling any distance, that's for sure. 20-second thumbs up. Thank you, Savagely. Appreciate it, my friend. Moonsprouts, good to see you, sister. Robert Ham, what's up? You should be packing, man. You should have all your stuff ready, checked, double-checked, and just fueled, ready to go to rock and roll. Livingston, man, I got my truck back last night. Wow.
Yeah,
That's like peak content, huh? Hopefully the audio isn't glitching along with the video. I got my truck back last night.
too fast.
Just keep it slow. Got my truck back last night. Drove it to work today. I had two 2x4s in the bed of the truck, and I don't know, maybe an eighth of a sheet of plywood, half-inch CDX plywood. Nothing fancy. Wolfang, good to see you. And I came out about lunchtime-ish to make some cuts on the boards that were in the back of the truck, and the whole entire right rear of the truck was slammed to the ground. The air ride that they supposedly just fixed, she failed again. She failed again today. I managed to, get the truck upright through cycling the buttons,
fast.
and oh no, I'm screwing it all up. So I had it back about 24 hours, and it's got to go back to the dealership again tomorrow. Fantastic. So hopefully they can actually figure this crap out and get it fixed up. No, vroom vroom, prepping mantis. It was very short and sweet, vroom vroom. So, man, I tell you what, I hope they figure it out.
Chasing it all the way down to the most simplest of
Yeah, yeah. And we did a little test tonight when I got here. I dropped the tailgate upon arrival and had a seat on the tailgate. And Livingston Man came and leaned his shoulder against me on the side of the truck. And lo and behold, that right rear sunk all the way down.
I can feel the truck like just sliding down my shoulder.
And
I was like, you don't have to tell me, I can feel it.
And then it cycled, right? The compressor kicked on and lifted the whole truck back up and settled it level again. So there's definitely something funky going on with it. Juby Joe, no, it's a Ram. So Eric, I don't know. The truck is so old. It's got so many miles on it. Sunset, yes, it is still under warranty. And the computer told them when it was there that the vehicle had been overloaded at some point in time.
He had a piece of plywood that I could wrap my arms around,
it's
and
tiny.
some scraps of 2x4 in the back.
Yeah.
Of it. It was not overloaded. I didn't even. He sat on the tailgate, and I only leaned against it. And if that overloads a Hemi Ram, then I guess y'all need to do better.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but something's definitely up with it. There's got to be a leak somewhere. He says that's your issue. It's a Mopar. Totally, man. When you get all the bells and whistles, eventually the bells and whistles fail, right? Everything is, it's not built to last, Livingston, man. Everything is a wear part nowadays, right? So
it's a way to skirt warranty and obligations is what it is. It's all big profit, big money, big auto, whatever you want to call it. It's whatever.
Big car.
Pick a product and just
160.
put big in front of it. And that's the world. Big paper, big pharma, big this, big that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cane Corso, it is 160,000, 163 or something like that. But when I bought it, I bought the lifetime warranty with it. So lifetime of ownership, basically it's like a bumper-to-bumper warranty, Livingston, man. Anything electronic, anything
and the
like
company's
that.
trying their darndest to weasel their way out of their obligations here. It looks like it's just fix the simplest part, and it's twofold. Either they want you to keep coming back for some unknown reason because it doesn't cost you much, if anything, or they're somehow saving money by doing it 50 times instead of just doing it once. It's corporate madness, I think is what you're basically up against. That trickles down to the poor bastard that's actually doing the work, who knows better, but is being told from up high to don't do it right. That's
Katrinka. No, it's totally covered, and I don't know.
I'm doing a thing, and I hope this fixes it.
Okay.
I can't stand this glitch and shit, and I think I know why.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, he's hoping he fixed it, so hopefully it doesn't.
We had a
glitch
thing
anymore.
we were going to show you, but I don't think it's feasible. There's a way I had to do it, and it didn't want to work out.
Oh,
But I
bummer.
can't stand the freeze frame glitch and shit. Not doing it.
Cane Corso has 270,000 on a 15 Laramie, no issues. Interesting. So since January, I've had the truck for about, what would you say, Livingston, man? A month? Since January?
Your truck's been in the shop
about a month.
When I see you driving, I'm like, oh, I got the truck back.
And
it's
then
going
all of a
back,
sudden
though.
it's gone again. It sucks, man. It sucks. But, when you have, like I said, when you have all those bells and whistles, eventually they're going to fail. And when I sat in the truck and I looked at all the computer screens and everything in it, and then they said that they could offer me a lifetime warranty, lifetime of ownership, mileage doesn't matter. Everything's covered. It's more what's not. Your brakes are not, your tires are not, your body panels and things like that are not covered because your insurance would fix all that. You have to replace your belts and your oil changes and your maintenance, right? So
This sounds exactly like the American healthcare system.
yeah. And it's covered. It's covered.
Still didn't fix the glitching.
But
okay.
it's,
Sorry, guys.
that is weird. That is really weird, Livingston, man. Super glitchy here tonight. Don't know what's going on with the video feed, but super interesting. Hunter 25, what's happening, neighbor? Good to see you.
Goodness. So, I guess where we're heading towards tonight is your vehicle is probably a very important thing. And not only can it serve as a secondary house,
Santiago, what's good, brother? Good to see you, man.
but it's probably time, like if you got like warranty, because again, like, yeah, this just sounds like some healthcare system nonsense that arguably works worse or better. But you get your vehicle checked out too. While you're down there at the doctor, find a reputable mechanic, technician, whatever it is that they call the people that work on your preferred motor vehicle. And get her checked out, because what you don't want to do is be like, time to leave. Because that's exactly when you're going to throw a head gasket or blow something up. And they're going to pull these deductibles, and we're not responsible for all the actual important stuff out of their ass and cost you money. And things are only getting more expensive. So I guess, as Vision would say, time is now.
Yeah, get it done, man.
Take baby girl down to the get an inspection, man.
Bearded Goon, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. So, yeah, back in the shop again, and hopefully they get it right this time. The good news is it's running very well, right?
Top notch.
It
Because
drives
he said to
great.
me, he went there and he was like, listen, so the rear suspension just don't work right. They're like, cool. So we fixed your engine and your front transmission. And he's like,
Yeah.
bro, they put him under. They performed this like unauthorized surgery on his vehicle, and they're like, fixed it. And he's like, no, you didn't. They're like, no, I don't know. I think we did. And
Yeah.
you're gonna have to file this piece of paperwork, sir. Move
So
too fast.
that's one of the kickers about it is when it goes there, right? They have to, one, diagnose the problem, two, figure out a solution to the problem, right? How much is this going to cost to fix it? And then they have to wait for approval from RAM to do the work, which is interesting. So it takes even more time. The bummer is the shop
Does this sound familiar?
The shop is super busy, right? Super duper busy.
Doctor's office.
I think it was, hang on, let me scroll up a little bit. It was Grateful Preps and Jay who said it's the exact opposite of the American healthcare system. If healthcare system was like that, it would work better. I don't think you're wrong at all.
I'll give you a slip 10-20% either way, but yeah, I'm not going to concede that they're very similar.
Ooh, 7 months for a new transmission. Ouch, Rob B. That's rough, man. That's rough. The Tick. So I had the Tick, the Hemi Tick. That Tick was.
Need oil.
Well, no. What had happened was I was on the highway, I-95, headed back from North Carolina, and romped on the gas pedal and ripped the valves out of the thing. The camshaft ripped the heads off the valves, and they were just kind of floating around up there. So they rebuilt the whole entire head of the motor and the new camshafts, the whole 9 yards. And it's running great. Runs fantastic. But man, I tell you what, I am so glad I have that warranty, Livingston, man. And if there comes a time where they decide that it's not worth fixing, they have to write me a check for the book value of the vehicle, and then I'm kind of on my own from there on out. So I figure if they can't get this suspension issue fixed, they're going to have to write me a check for the book value of the truck. And then I'll have to do the conversion kit in it, right? Take the air ride, put the air ride delete kit in it, take the air ride shocks out, have a shop put regular suspension in it. And then it's something that I don't have to worry about anymore. It's one of those things that's bound to continue to fail, apparently, because I don't know. It's been since January, and they can't seem to figure it out. So.
But you had mentioned it is dependent on nitrogen gas.
Yeah, it's
Is
actually
that in ready supply? Can you do that yourself?
No, I certainly I don't have any nitrogen.
You talked about like
gas,
so like decomputerifying. Yeah, I made the word up.
a vehicle? Inconceivable. I don't think it's possible.
Some of them, it's got to be. I've seen, and you know what you have to look for here, and I'm not even trying to sound like some like jerk about this.
It's like a 1950s Dodge Power Wagon.
Third world solutions. Like, yes, you can do that. It doesn't. It's not up to code, and it doesn't look good. But
works.
does it work? And that's a thing that you may have to approach in your life. Is but I need to make this thing work. And if in that case, you've done it right because it's what it's supposed to do. Don't worry about doing it right. Just make it work.
Paul Conroy says, for the win, carbureted motors. You're not wrong, Paul. If you can find yourself an old square body Chevy, something old, man, that doesn't rely on all these computers.
They wish you
crap
wouldn't find one of those in there.
I know. God forbid you restore one or something, right? Man.
Now, I was talking about as far as nitrogen goes. Now, given a prolonged exposure to a shitty situation, is that gasoline would indeed, or diesel could become your new nitrogen. Like, can you even make that yourself? So,
Yeah.
Anything that runs off of anything other than electricity, I feel like at this point, I'm not coming out for the green energy shit, but I am kind of coming out for it because
It's got its
I
place.
hear y'all like drill baby drill and coal plant, this and that, but y'all buying
Whatever.
y'all buying solar jackeries and e-bikes. I would recommend those as well, reliable versions of them, but within your economic range. But because you can harness the power of sunlight, you can create your own electricity. You're independent of all these other things. Now, of course, we're not turning a power wagon EV. We're not doing that.
No.
Will get us struck by lightning if we do that.
Yeah. No, you need a power wagon because they have the belt in them, and you can actually drive machinery off the vehicle, which is really cool.
Sure, amazing.
Sawmills and things like
It
that.
depends on the fuel, because if you don't have the fuel to run the engine, it's not going to work, is the thing I'm saying. If you have a nail gun and no nails, it's useless. Screw gun, no screws, you're useless. What are you doing here? So for all your quote-unquote tools, you almost have to have ammo for them.
For real. For real.
So keep that stuff in mind.
The drill bits, the screws, the
this
whole
thing
9
keeps
yards.
me going, but what keeps that thing going? Plan
Accordingly.
and
For
like
real.
almost in a tertiary stage. You're playing chess with your own preparations here.
Katrinka, that is true here in New York State. In New York State, 2030, there are no more combustion engines sold in New York State. And I believe this October,
2025 snuck up quick too.
the ATV ban actually kicks in, so that you can't buy gas-powered ATVs anymore. I think everything's electric after October of this year.
Miko Wolf, in 5 years, there won't really be like winter anymore, so I wouldn't really worry about it. They know better than us, and this is why they're pushing this technology on us.
Anton, totally true. And the more tuned, that's why carburetors are so important, because if you have to run alternate fuel and it's not running quite right, you can tweak that carburetor a little bit to make it run a little bit better, right? You're not doing that with fuel injection. It's going to say, this is not the right gas, and it's just not going to fucking run, right? Totally. Tuck, I tell you what, the more electric stuff they put in New York, the less reliable the grid's going to be, right? The less reliable that transportation's going to be. The more electric, less reliable. We've seen in recent time multiple big countries lose power for whatever reason. Spain, Portugal, parts of France. Then the other day there was a substation fire and the whole London Underground shut down. Massive delays, nothing but problems. What do you got going on?
I'm pushing buttons because...
Oh, look at that. And we're on the website. Yeah, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival.com. It's real. Here it is. Just do whatever.
If you ever go there, all the links to everything's cool. Blog, video.
It's all there.
What was annoying me, I'm sorry, but I can't get over this glitching, this occurring.
No. When the computer sees a glitch, it just locks right into it.
But again, just your preps need preps is my point here. Like you have this thing, but it also relies on other things. Keep that stuff in mind. There's the basic tenets, but those kind of rely on this this bureaucracy of this deep state of other stuff they need, or else they can't work.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Everything's connected somehow, right?
They say if you tug on one thing in nature, you will find everything coming towards you.
It's true. Such is life, right?
Yeah, left him speechless with that one.
Robert Ham says there's computer programmers that you can buy to adjust the air-fuel ratio to get the engine to run smoothly. Yes, if you have the technology, that's a big one too. My brother actually has one of the big fancy car computers, and he can tune everything, change your shift points, the whole 9 yards in the computer and lock it in.
The Prepping Mantis said that there's virtually no major industry that can run on full electric: construction, farming, manufacturing, etc. Okay, I see you and raise you, though, an interconnected community of minor industries. Like we're all doing our thing on a little small level, and then contributing to a greater good that I guess could potentially run on our own little, our solar banks and our windmills and however it is we're doing it.
Well, small scale. I mean, I think you can decrease your footprint, but I don't think you can eliminate it.
You know what I think is that, now, of course, until we can manufacture ourselves in our garage and backyard, like replacement solar panels and stuff, we're at a bit of a disadvantage there. With tempering that with maybe that's where windmills and like homemade hydroelectric comes from. The modern human, all of us, I think, besides the most out of touch and the most elite, are actually yearning for like a simpler, and I'll dare say, though they're synonymous, I mean them differently.
The plug-in
Easier-
lifestyle. That's what they want.
Easier way of life. Like we want to be in control of our own destiny, do our own thing, be left alone, and succeed or fail on our own terms, without all kinds of overreach and invasiveness by like those who would look down on us. And I think that the idea is like pervasive in society. The fact that like what we're called preppers, and like kind of like it's almost used as a slur, but it's like how like our parents and grandparents were raised to be, and in terms of civil defense, even more so, duck and cover drills and stuff. What we do shouldn't be looked down on, because it's what like we learn from our parents essentially, either or directly, and you should keep doing what you're doing. Because it's the only way. And I think instead of these giant multi-conglomerate all these jargon that nobody understands, but what means is we bought a Mr. I own everything, is, like I said, neighborhoods and communities of people that are just doing their own thing, contributing to a greater good, which is all of us. Why do you come out for the environment, bro? Well, because I fucking live there, dude.
Yeah. And I got to raise my kids in it.
Well,
So.
I don't want to see a world without winter, but we're on our way to it. I don't want to see microplastics in my testicles, but I bet you they're probably there, and yours too. Don't bother getting it checked out. They're there. Modern society is bad for you. It's
no doubt about it.
And you can probably find a study that says that, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to cite three sources.
Life is the number one killer of people.
I'm going to cite three sources as to why the modern life that we live is bad for you. I know it, you know it, and everybody knows it. You can look around you and see it. A return to a more, not primitive, I'm not talking about like walking out and like dressing in blood and furs and whatever else, but do you. That's what your people do. That's what your people do. But return to the simpler way, which is at first it's harder. Grow your own vegetables. Fix your own roof. Learn how to like plunge a fucking toilet, bro. Because you think you're gonna bug in, you think you're gonna bug out, but what knowledge are you bringing? Some shit you found on Google, because like, we don't have Google no more. Google did this to us, and that's why we're huddled in the refugee camp, because of fucking Google.
I think people read stuff off of Google and they don't retain it anymore, Livingston Man.
Well,
like it wasn't like when you had to go to the encyclopedia and look it up and actually do the research and read the whole article on whatever it is and understand it a little bit better. People just read the headlines nowadays, right? Headlines, articles are super short.
It shoots into their brain.
3 minutes tops, right? It's wild. Adrian Bragg says the garden is finally in. Awesome. Livingston Man and I were going through some seeds tonight. He got a seed vault from Amazon. right? It was Survival Seed Vault or something like that it was called. But with 30 plus varieties of vegetables in that thing. Wild.
I don't want to make a spoiler alert, but spoiler alert, I called it an MRE from God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here is the key to sustaining your, feed yourself from me, from the earth, from the sun, from the water. You got to get yourself a solar generator.
Well, something to charge the small devices, right?
Panels are a big thing.
There are apps on here that will work without the internet because they're already downloaded and everything is on here. You can download like entire Wikipedia and save it on an app on your phone. As long as this thing works, you keep an old phone in a Faraday bag with a couple apps on it, and you can charge it nice and easy. You have offline maps. You have all of that stuff on your digital device, which can make your life a little bit easier.
PDF files too. Download them now.
Yeah.
You can save them. If you can boot the device, which only takes power,
Yep.
you can read
Fish
stuff. It's
sticks.
what do you call it? It's not like quite an audio book, but you're saving the book.
Yeah, you're saving knowledge. You're saving a digital copy of a book. It's cool, man. You can save that stuff, throw that thing in a Faraday bag, forget about it. The battery can drain out on it. Charge it every once in a while, right? Put a little bit of juice in it so the thing still knows how to take a charge.
Check our description section because Opus would be the premier in terms of.
Oh yeah, and best price too, for sure.
I was in terms of affordability, ease
Pilgrim.
of use, and features. Just go get yourself an Opus if you can.
Warranty too.
Whichever one you can afford, just get it, and a panel to charge it.
Yeah, totally. All of the Opus, some of them, the maximum they can take is their largest solar panel. So if you get the 240 watt panel, it pairs with all of them. Some of them, it actually maxes out the solar charging input on them.
We did a video about the small one, 600.
Yeah, and that one takes the 240 watt panel
we
too.
were charging every device we could plug into it. We had every output port occupied, and with the bright summer sunshine and the 240 volt panel, we were producing more electricity than we were consuming. The sun was literally powering it. So it's a thing, man. If you can see the sky, you should just get one of these things.
You can totally get
I don't care. I'm
these.
not coming out for a brand, whichever one you feel like you need and you can afford. But amazing investment, even for the little things. You can't afford the big one.
Yeah, get something smaller that's
anything.
gonna get it done. Miko Wolf says, if you see paper maps of your area, buy it. I agree highly. Back
Used
when,
to sell them at gas stations.
well, the GPS has kind of done away with that, right? I was lucky enough to get into preparedness early enough that gas stations still had maps right at the tail end of them. So anytime I went into a gas station, I would grab the maps of that area, especially if it was someplace I heavily traveled, between here and the Adirondacks. I don't know all the back roads between here and the Adirondacks. I know a few of them, but I don't know all of them. So it's important to know ways around. If you find a place that still has maps like that at the gas station, buy it. Buy it. Grateful Prep says you can still get maps at AAA. Awesome. Good to know. Rest stops. There you go. Rescue said it right there. Everyone should go by their local truck stop and grab the driver's version of Randall McNally. Amen. Rescue. Could you highlight that comment for us, please?
And I would
Livingston
add,
Man.
I would add in and learn how to read it.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Definitely learn how to read it. Southern Tier Prepper says the road atlases on Amazon. Those are handy too, especially the laminated ones, right? With the spiral bound. Those are fantastic. You can get a grease pencil and plan your route and then take a tissue and just wipe it all away.
And they float.
Do they?
Sure. And you can't get it wet.
Nice. Bearded Goon says still have the Jamapco map book. Awesome, bro. Awesome.
It's pouring rain. Your piece of crap vehicle's broke down. You're on the side of the road, and you can just flip through this laminated.
Yeah.
And if you're one of the crafty types, and maybe some of you already got one, is like a laminator.
Got one. I bought one early, man.
I told
thing
you.
was cheap. Cheap was like $20 on Amazon. Came with a bunch of pages too. I haven't even used all the pages, and I bought a whole nother book of them.
Take these local maps you bought at the truck stop and laminate them and roll them up.
Yeah. Or cut them into smaller pieces, right? Those big fold-up ones, those are nuts. Those are nuts.
Well, it's easy to unfold a map.
Yeah, try put it back.
That's why you roll it up.
Forget it. Forget it. Livingston, man, it's as easy as episode 1, 2, 3. Did you know that? It's true.
123 times.
Yeah, we've been telling y'all we all gonna die Wednesday. Ain't happened yet. Probably ain't gonna happen this Wednesday. Probably not next Wednesday.
One in the chat if you're new here.
Nope.
We'll wait.
You'll be waiting a while. Easily. I do think it's as simple as 1, 2, 3 to survive a serious catastrophe, Livingston, man. I really do.
There's only 3 things you got to do. We were talking about on the tailgate of your sinking ass truck.
True story. True story. Number 1. What's the number 1 thing you guys think that you need to do to make sure that you survive catastrophe? JBS, have a great night. Eric M1 RV, for real.
While you guys discuss and tell them again, ask them the question.
Yeah, what is the number 1 thing that you should do to help avoid a catastrophe?
We all gonna die. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. It's a we all gonna die Wednesday.
Ooh, some great answers out there. Keep the dragon lady happy. Yeah, old mutt. Safety first, right? Happy wife, happy life. Don't buy a Dodge. Don't put yourself in a situation where there is a catastrophic event.
The catastrophic event puts itself where you are.
Correctamundo. I'm going to say the number 1 thing that you should do, in my opinion, is have a plan. You need to have a plan, and you need to have your family on board with that plan, right? If everybody knows what to do, nobody needs to freak out. And a lot of great answers in the chat as well.
Let's take a minute and talk about your plan and keep it real fundamental because everybody's situation is going to be different. You know what? Proverbial catastrophe has befallen us. But what is it like the one... Show me some fundamentals right now. The plan, though. Let's be universal here.
A simple plan. A simple plan. You know, you can say if there is a wildfire, we are going the opposite direction of the fire, right?
Let's go with if there is a problem. In fact, let's define the top. So we have to leave.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fire's
So,
spread in this
doesn't
direction.
matter
We
what
got to
it-
go.
Never mind what it is. We have to leave.
Yep.
You gotta have.
You got to have a plan.
You gotta have supplies ready to go. You gotta have a bag, a
right.
suitcase.
You got all a bug out bag.
You gotta have your stuff ready to get out, and you have to figure out what matters to you.
Absolutely. You got to figure that out well ahead of time. You're not figuring that out while things are happening. These are all
Exactly.
things that you need to think about now.
Are you bringing your cats and your dog?
Oh yeah.
What about them kids?
Yep. Got to have them too.
If you had to pick one,
Both of them. Yeah.
I'd be throwing my guitars out the window. But yeah, so you have to leave. You need, let's break it down fundamentally here, Michael. 3 days?
Yeah.
3 days, 72 hours?
Oh, in your bug out bag. Yeah. I totally. If your bug out bag's not geared towards 72 hours, you must have another place real close that you can go to resupply.
Now-
That's my opinion.
Now, 72 hours is 3 days.
Yeah.
You need 3 gallons of water per person.
Mm-hmm.
You need, I don't know how you guys are about changing your underwear and stuff. That's your own thing. But you need some
Yeah.
extra clothes, some extra socks, extra things, all this stuff. It adds up quick.
Oh, it sure does. It sure does,
and-
especially in weight.
And
Right.
I myself included, I ain't going nowhere. Yep. Until like what happens, I have to. See, like I would
That's a
love to.
big
I would
one.
love to think that like I ain't going nowhere until like fuck,
You got to go somewhere.
Right. So even myself, who is skeptical of in the strategic view, bugging out bugging out is a tactical decision.
Absolutely.
You have to, and so your hand is forced.
Yep.
Without having to, there's the bug in mentality. Now that's way more personal.
Yeah, bugging in is hopefully long term, right? Hopefully long term. You're gearing long term. This is my home. This is where I'm staying. Now, if you were in a situation where the fire was coming, right? There's wildfires. The wind's out of the south. We're next in line. We have to get out of here. Soon the fire will suck the oxygen out of the area, and if you're not there, you're going to die.
The house might live, but you won't.
Correct. So there's a chance that your stuff may make it. Slim, but there's a chance. You will not. You have to leave. So we're going to go with that scenario. You're forced out. There is no bugging in unless you're planning to We All Gonna Die Wednesday in your domicile, right? That's a big one. When you have to go, you have to go. There's a lot of folks who say, I'm riding it out. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. Get out of there.
Well, then we've seen many examples of where this could happen to you. Wildfires.
Chemical spills.
Often a natural disaster.
Yep. Sometimes
even more so
man-made.
Chemical spills, train crashes, radiation incidents.
Yep.
Who knows what space junk falling out the sky could happen these days.
It's true. It's true.
A bug out thing, you just really should and have to kind of have that, know where it is. And if the more people in your house, they all have one and they know where it is and how to do it. We gotta go. You take the stuff and you go. And with everything that entails, the truck has got gas. Everything's in order. There's a lot of work and planning that's got to go into it. It's maintenance.
Yep.
And
Constant upkeep, Livingston.
yeah, and what
Constant upkeep.
the double edge of the sword is that what you're actually hoping for is that you don't ever need this.
Correct. Spend all that money on the bug out bag to hope to never need it. But I want to have the best chance at survival that I can, so I buy the highest quality gear I can put in that bag. Some people subscribe to the mindset that your bug out bag is expendable because they keep them in a car, right? And they live in a place where vehicle break-ins happen, right? So some folks go with, this stuff only needs to last me 3 days. I don't, as rural as we live, if I had to walk, I'm not looking at 3 days. I'm looking at like 3 weeks, right?
I'm keeping this forever. There's disposable and super cheap ways to go. If you think that you are in a position to be somewhere safe and secure in 3 days, by all means, pack light and do your thing.
KY Survival, let me tell you something. You have hit the nail on the head because number two is you need to have a place to go. Now, I'm not talking about a piece of property or a square in a grid on a map that says we're going to be somewhere in these woods here. I'm talking 4 walls and a roof to 4 walls and a roof, right? You need a structure that you're headed to, whether it's family or friends or whatever the case may be. That's where you want to go. Let's see. Rob B says, on a serious note, what food do you pack in your bug out bag? Rob B, I am a nutrient survival and a peak refuel guy.
Check the description section. Use code HVPAS.
Sure. All capitals usually. But for real, Peak Refuel, 2 servings in a package. A little pricey, but restaurant quality food in a Mylar bag. Small amount of water to reconstitute.
Weighs ounces.
Correct.
Freeze-dried food is pound for pound the lightest way to go.
For sure. But you do have to worry about the water and then the extra salt that's in a lot of the freeze-dried food. That's why I went towards the nutrient survival, man. A lot less sodium in that, a lot better for you as a whole. So
And freeze-dried food has the tendency to act as a dehydrant, if that's a word.
Oh, yeah. It makes you thirsty as hell. You're going to drink a lot of water.
It keeps working after you use it, and it sucks the moisture.
Turn you into a raisin.
Mountain House is freeze-dried sawdust. You won't live long.
It's gotten a lot better, Livingston, man,
Does it have,
over the years.
Nutrients in it?
Yes, some.
Oh, good. So
Some.
they're sort of
Well, they've
learning.
taken some lessons from some of the other companies and made stuff, 1, more palatable, and 2, more real, right? It's not this slop that's ground up and put in a bag anymore.
Sawdust.
Yeah, it's a little bit
With
better.
noodles in it.
Jules, good to see you, sister. Hope all is well. Sandy says, I got my P38 as a backup. Can't open them cans with your teeth. You ain't wrong. Grateful Prep says, I gave Peak Refuel to my son when he went camping. He said it was just as good as what he would make at home. It's true. I honestly think it's restaurant quality food in a Mylar bag, Livingston, man. Peak Refuel is fantastic, and they keep
What separates it
expanding.
from restaurant quality is that, like, when you're sitting in like your little hooch, you built like eating it straight out the bag with a long ass plastic spoon.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't scream restaurant to me, but
The flavor does.
put it on a plate, and it'd be interesting to like do a blind test, like just bring out like 2 plates and be like, which one's which.
Yeah.
Like do it nice, get the crystal glasses and shit. Like that.
Livingston, man, I'm
be
telling you, you would not.
I think people that know would know.
No, I don't think you would.
I know I'm not cooking
Honestly.
you. I'm not cooking you like restaurant quality beef stroganoff just to put it up against this stuff you got from the pouch.
Galdrell says they have done that. I'm sure, man, because that Peak Refuel is super high quality. If breakfast food, the sausage,
It's
biscuits,
good.
and gravy, bro.
It's good,
oh
man.
my God, it's incredible.
It
It's
makes good
incredible.
commissary too, because like some people up in your camp be like, "Yo, they'll do some things for a bag of that sausage and biscuits, bro."
Yeah.
I've seen grown ass men basically offer themselves to another grown ass man.
Shout out to Ed.
See, I was discreet, but of course he wasn't. Only some of y'all know Ed. The bug out bag. Okay, we're talking. You're on the move. One of all. This is emergency. This sucks. I'm on the move.
Yeah.
Chaos is ensuing.
Yeah.
You have your
plan.
and you have your jugs of water and you have all your stuff. So freeze dried food is light, easy, and just go with that.
Yep.
Although waste products wise too. I'm a big one for the the spam and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, then you get your cans.
It's heavy.
For
you have
sure.
waste product left behind. I can
Yeah.
make little stoves out of spam cans all day, but how many do I really need? So I'm leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for pursuers at this point. And I know there's going to be some of you trying to get the Livingston Man spam. I know you're following me. I run in circles. Trying to trick the handler, not the dog.
You got your plan and you've got your place, right, Livingston Man? What do you think the third thing is that you're going to need to help make sure that you survive a calamity?
We all go die. We all go die. We all go die. It's a we all gonna die Wednesday.
All right, we got
People
some
have spoken.
we got some good answers in the chat. Jericho Fox says a long gun, a handgun would be useful. Absolutely. Absolutely. That should be part of your preps and your plan. Old Mutt says medical supplies. Again, another part of your preps and your plan. We're going to go all the way up to Galdrell, who hit the nail on the head with people you trust. The NY Prepper has his 3 Ps. And when we were discussing this, I didn't realize that every single one of these has a P. So I have to, I got a piggyback right now.
Well, damn it, we can't call it that.
Off of NY Prepper's 3 Ps.
You got a plan.
Yeah.
You got a place to go.
And you got to have people that
people
you trust, for sure, because when you finally arrive at wherever it is you're going, you hope that the folks that you made plans with are going to be there, right? Or are going to show up at some point in time. The fear I think a lot of people don't think about is, what if these folks don't come?
What if you were all by yourself?
What if they don't come? What if they don't bring all of the things they said they were going to, right?
Spoiler alert, they're not going to.
It's all dependent upon you and your preparedness, what you have planned. You cannot count on anybody but yourself, right? When you make the decision and you are going to execute your plan, right? The fire's coming, the car is loaded, we've got the place, right?
I forgot my hair dryer. Well,
Sorry.
Stick your head out the window.
Yep, it'll dry.
Get primitive real quick.
When you get there, if your people don't show up, that's when you need to reassess your situation. Because it could just be initially a delay, right? Everybody's trying to get out and get away. Maybe they're stuck on the road somewhere. You want to try and establish comms with these folks and figure out where they're at, if they're coming, and when they should be arriving, right? Because you certainly don't want all of a sudden you hear some ruckus in the middle of the night and, the kid jumps up with the shotgun and now Ned's not part of the mag anymore. Sorry, Ned. You need to have a proper plan in place. Comms plan, no comms plan. All these things.
Ned was like a pain in the ass anyway.
Now he's Livingston lunch meat, right?
Where'd you hit him? All right, let's get to cutting.
Super important to have people when you get where you're going. Pets as well. Jericho Fox, absolutely. Dogs. Great security systems, great morale boosters. They're just fantastic. Ned tried to run off with the easy cheese. Oh man, that's hilarious to watch, man. Hunter and it's honestly, it's not lone wolf, but I think it's gonna break down eventually to
diplomacy.
You and your family, and how many people, there's folks who say that they're on board, and then there's the folks that are like really on board. The ones who want to help, who want to add to the stockpile at the bug out location.
You can tell, I think, like who these people are, like, who's for real, who can like bring something to the table, who's like talking shit. At this point in all our careers, I asked like one in the chat, if you're new here, I didn't see none. I saw everybody say 2.
Yeah.
This is the community. These are the people. Share your ideas. No matter how silly or like knowledge withheld is knowledge wasted.
Amen, Livingston, man. Yeah, ain't no reason for that. Wolfang said it right. It all comes down to yourself or your family. Hopefully yourself and your family, right? I would not want to be struggling against the people in my own household. I'm pretty sure that they know when SHTF, dad's kind of in charge until somebody steps in and shuts dad down for a little bit. because, well, I've at least thought about it. I've tried to bring it up to them. They don't always agree, right? So it can be a hurdle with you and your family when it comes to getting that plan together, right? Or picking out that place or finding those people, Livingston, man.
If you find that conversation difficult and you're in an economic situation to do so, then just buy your family and close ones the stuff that you have and just build a bunch of bug out bags. And if they don't want to hear you, fine. But when the shit goes down, they got one anyway. Like, don't worry about it. Just go around it.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry about like, oh, my wife. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? My spouse said that that's ridiculous and we're not doing that. Just do it. Whatever, man. Last thing you want to get yelled at, proverbially, in life is for just, doing the right.
Amen. Let's see. Rob Bean says, until Rick Grimes shows up. Yeah. Yeah, those kind of folks are going to be a problem.
Here it fucking comes.
SHTF.
Here comes everybody in the
Right.
chat. I am Negan. Can I get...
El Guapo, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
Let me get I am Negan in the chat. Let's get it over with. Everybody's fucking Negan.
Old Mutt says, what are you going to do if another group takes over your bug out location? Allegedly.
Another group
That
is not going to take over.
That is an interest. Well, Livingston, man, suppose you have your plan, you have your place, you have your people, right? You're first out. You're on your way to the bug out location. You arrive to find your bug out location occupied by folks. And when you approach them, they tell you that this is their bug out location and you can kick rocks.
I'm not talking to them. They would never know that I knew that they was there. And I would, okay, I'm speaking slightly like literally, but more or less metaphorically here, is I would know the ins and outs of my bug out location. I would be not only capable of making my bug out location habitable, but equally capable of making my bug out location inhabitable.
Oh, uninhabitable. Yeah. Yeah, very true.
If you're familiar with the place, you know how to cut the power. You know how to make the plumbing not work. You know how to make
Totally. Yeah,
and
totally.
That's the plan, Michael. Is think all these things through, and I don't mean stress yourself out worrying about the inevitable, but when you're in the shower and you're shadow boxing and singing along or whatever, like just think this stuff through, because it's one thing. I'll take a guy who has done something once over a guy who's never done it before at all. And I'll take a guy who at least thought about it once versus a guy who never thought about it at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think your things through. Always be just like in the back of your mind. You don't have to, stress yourself out and like put yourself on the 5th floor. Second guess yourself. Will this work? Am I wrong? The most important question you can ask yourself, am I wrong? And the most honest thing you can do
is say yes. Yeah. Yeah. This is going to get somebody hurt or worse. Those are the decisions that I don't look forward to having to make in a shitty situation. Vision preparedness. Good to see you, brother. I'm of the mindset of if I rolled up on my bug out location and it was occupied by another individual or group, I would immediately retreat to the last cache that I had and resupply from that. Because I'm assuming when I get to where I'm going, I'm going to need resupply again. So head to an alternate cache site, which, you don't keep all them eggs in one basket. Resupply from that, reassess the situation.
Yeah, where do we go from here now?
Yeah, that's it. I
But
mean,
if you're in a position where, you're the guy, you can make it so they don't have water there. You can make it so they don't have electricity there. You can make it so their position is untenable there. But you're familiar with it. You have to assume that perhaps they are not. And maybe you can make a rival group just move on. Like, we don't have the resources to fix what's happened here.
yeah.
Sabotage is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in some cases, sneaking into somebody's place and consuming their preps may not be good for your health. I'm just saying. Some folks are dastardly, right? Some folks are dastardly. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't come to my house.
So, be careful. Be careful. If you guys saw the photo I shared on the community tab about the last thing a werewolf prepper sees before we turn him into Livingston lunch meat, yeah, it's it's
Smile.
interesting. CJ, good to see you, man.
Smile.
But it's real, man. Things happen. Oops, you said it. Boobies are traps. Yep. And people are dastardly. That's all I'm gonna
Fine
say.
line there. Now, to be an ultimate survivor, if you're going to think you're going to walk out the other side of whatever is ahead of you, whatever hellscape you have to walk your way through, you're going to have to do some dastardly shit. You're going to have to become what we're hating right now.
Unfortunately, I think you have to live
It's gonna be forced on
SHTF a foot in both worlds. You have to be morally flexible to survive, because let's face it, the people that you're up against have no morals, and they don't care. They don't care.
The worst thing you can ever do is put your moral code onto someone else. Like, I would never do that. Other people will do that. Don't assume. You're a good person, and that's great, and that's why we love you. There are people who are not good people.
True story.
Who will prey on your good peopleness.
Now, I never really liked the term werewolf prepper, but I think a lot of people recognize exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. We're talking about marauders solely, but these are the worst
The person's
kind.
got nothing to lose.
But they're the worst kind because they're snakes who were acting as your friend and your prepping partner. Somebody you could talk to about this stuff and run things past. It's very dastardly what they do. They have no plans to prepare whatsoever. They invest no money into preparedness. They spend all of their money on tactics and firearms and things like that. And that's where they gear their preparedness, because they're really not. The only thing they're preparing to do is rob you and take your stuff, right? Tucked by visas, bandits or highwaymen. Exactly. Marauders, double crossers, scumbags, Livingston lunch meat, right? That's how I look at them.
They taste like shit too, but I eat them just for to make the point.
For the nutritional factor.
Just to shit them out. Really.
Gypsy, good to see you, sister. Hope all is well.
It's true, and unfortunately, the unprepared.
Raiders, that's a good one, Galdrell.
Right. The unprepared, the folks you speak of, but not only the complacent folks, that won't happen in the camp here. The sort of, it's your walking dead, you know what I mean? Yeah, you've got stuff, you're cool, but like there's so many people that don't, man. And the more increasingly desperate they become, the more increasingly dangerous they become. A person with nothing left to lose and doesn't care will kill you for your table scraps.
Yeah.
You will see if whatever we're talking about here, We All Gonna Die Wednesday happens, you will see people become feral. You will see people become dastardly. That's the word of the evening.
Dastardly.
You will see moral injustices happen that will then be justified by survival of one and not the other. And them or me.
That's it.
And what's crazy is that everybody gets to make that choice given the opportunity. It was him or me. It was them or me. And it's kind of like understood. Yep. Yeah. Well, man. Hey, man. It was them or you. I get it. But just know that attitude could be applied to you as well, and not necessarily on the positive end of it.
All right, so here is a question from Eric N1RV. You moved to a new state hours away. You don't know anyone. Thoughts on how to get a group together to come together for the long run? That is not an easy task, Eric N1RV. And I think that's a great way to close out the show tonight. We should definitely discuss this.
I think you plant subtle seeds amongst the people that you associate with. And of course, then that implies that you have to associate with people. Your people are out there. They're somewhere.
Oh, totally. Totally.
In probably the least likely places you might think. But your church, your whatever community group, you go to the gym, wherever your job site, wherever it is you
spend your time
and interact with others.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, it was starting the Facebook group was a big help, right? When I started the Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival Facebook group, things started to come together a little bit. You know, folks were looking for something in the Hudson Valley that was like-minded like them. And through the group, you can pick out the different things, the different people, the different skill sets that you want to have part of your group, and then start working on those folks and see if you're compatible with them. Because let's face it, we're not all compatible with each other. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, Livingston, man. I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
I promise you, I'm nobody's cup of tea. I'm everybody's fucking jug of piss, bro.
But it's important, man. I think Facebook is a great place to find like-minded people quickly.
Well, you should weed out the bots. They make themselves a little obvious, but
yeah, the bots aren't really a concern. It's more the snakes, the folks that you don't want to tell everything to. OPSEC is huge when doing this. You don't show your hand. Don't show your hand.
Why this movement comes off as paranoid is because, well, it makes sense to not like broadcast your strengths to the whole world. When government like lies to you and tells you they don't have stealth bombers, but they do, it's the same thing. I have stealth bombers, just so you know. Don't fuck with me.
Some random dude says Facebook is a good place to get robbed too. True story. True story. Any gatherings or things that you're going to do like that, you always want to meet in a public place with other people. Never meet somebody alone. Always bring somebody with you. Family, friends, Roscoe, right? Always be prepared.
Old Ironsides,
Yeah.
you know, whatever metaphor you guys think. What you got to do is be safe out there. The reason, if you're still here with us, we did not get confirmation from Australia, but it's forthcoming, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
That,
anybody from down under, please let us know if Thursday has come.
If no confirmation from Australia, then assume you have 3.5 hours left.
True story. True story.
Plan accordingly. Have a place to go and know where your
Pookie
people
with
are.
you.
And let's add a fourth. Bring Pookie with you.
That's right. You better bring Pookie with you.
When in doubt, Pookie,
Yeah.
we're going to burn this plate down. We're going to burn this plate down to the ground.
Let her rip.
Have enough
Let her
of it.
rip. Let her rip.
Cessio plebis, all y'all.
Yeah, do it. Do it. I'm down.
Think back. Whoever told you had to do all this shit.
It's just ingrained in us, right? You can't break away from the system, Livingston, man.
Don't be afraid to live your life and do your thing.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Blackbird, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you popping in, even if it's, a couple minutes after the stream is supposed to end.
It kills me when folks chime in late, but it's like you missed it, but I guess that's where you get the replay, gang.
That's right. Once the stream ends, if they don't remove it from YouTube, which, they've been known to remove a Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival live stream video, so to speak.
I don't even have it in me to be offensive. I'm like...
Livingston man needs a nap and maybe a sandwich.
Candy bar or some shit. Snickers, perhaps.
Eric says... anywho, love y'all. Livingston, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Well, I want to hear it in his own voice, though. Are you ready, boss?
Oh, yeah, send it.
Eric,
stay safe, folks.
Eric, say that to my face.
Livingston, roll that beautiful bean footage.
We all go down.
for the 4th or 5th time. Fuck it.